people to Honda.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to 99 Ain't Good Enough. Once again, it's on.
Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. I just had to get that in.
Mr. Delvin L.D.
I just had to get that in. How y'all doing today?
Coach Jones in the
Boom.
building.
Boom.
Leading the show today, we are going with athlete versus being athletic.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about yesterday's athlete
Yes, sir.
versus today's athlete. Let me give you something
Real.
for those that are listening.
Before we go there, can I run something real quick, man?
Yes, sir. You sure can.
With it being Black History Month, you know I always dabble in these little things that's going on. Black History Month, Clara Bell Drysdale Williams, the first African-American graduate of New Mexico State University. And you say, well, Coach, why would you pick this out? Well, first of all, she was the first at any university when they wasn't making it easy to get that free education. Not free, but to get that education. She had to take notes from the hallway because she wasn't allowed in the classroom. Bruh, are you kidding me?
Somebody that we didn't hear about in walking the halls.
Well, I'm throwing that out there. And so we got kids today, you clowning in the classroom. We're not trying to get that education.
Notes from the hallway?
She had to take notes from the hallway because they wouldn't allow her in the classroom.
Me and Rio found it difficult to take notes in the class.
Straight up.
Straight up. I just had to bring that out because not only you the first, but in that time when they really didn't want us in there. And so they put you out in the hallway.
During what time?
No,
I'm just saying, like, ain't very much changed. I mean.
Oh, damn. It was out in the hallway, man. It was 1885 to 1993. She was the first African-American graduate of New Mexico, meaning if a professor would not allow her in the classroom, she had to take notes in the hallway.
Very sharp, very witty to be able to take notes and still graduate and pass the class.
Listen.
Outside the hallway, not intermingling in the classroom.
And so my thing is I'm coming to the day, and ain't nobody going to like it. It's okay because I really don't care. But so now we got the youngins in school now, you clown and you doing whatever. The education is available to you, and you won't go out and grab it? You won't take advantage of it? They made this lady sit out in the hallway because they didn't want her to have it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go. I'm done. Okay, I just want to say
I mean,
it's America.
It is American. They say you want to hide something. You know, you put it in the book when you're talking about from the indigenous side of our people. So, you know.
Yeah. So that was my little thing, right? And it ain't got nothing to do with Black History Month, but since we here.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
for
sir.
that, Coach.
Yes, indeed.
Athlete versus being athletic. Yesterday's athlete versus today's athlete is today's topic. Definition of an athlete.
It's changed, real.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you the book term. One who participates in physical exercise or sports, especially in competitive events. One possessing the requisite strength, agility, and endurance for success in sports. Athletic, of or befitting athletic or athletes, characterized by or involving physical activity or exertion, physically strong or well-developed or musculature. So, when this topic was brought to the forefront by my great custodians here, I immediately went to thinking about, you can make a premature decision like I could, knowing for me, I've watched all landscapes of sports. Me growing up, I literally watched everything. I watched tennis, I watched basketball, I watched baseball, I watched the Olympics. I watch all. But when you look at, sports, everybody try to equate athletic versus athlete to a particular sport. So you'll hear the greatest athlete of all time is Michael Jordan. But could Michael Jordan jump 21.5 in the long jump like Mike Powell? So yesterday's athlete versus today's athlete, who's athletic, who's not? And Dak, you seem like you itching and chomping at the bit.
because I always struggle with that because I don't really kind of know. I guess is a golfer an athlete?
He's playing a sport.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, so is a race car driver an athlete?
He's doing something that's challenging his acumen, his reaction, his rate of reaction.
Super competitive.
Super competitive.
Listen.
That's an athlete.
Let me stop y'all right now, man.
Okay.
And
I just gave you both definitions though.
yeah, I got you.
That's why I did it.
But I've always struggled with that. Like, I mean,
I'm gonna help you with your struggle.
I would
Let me
appreciate
help you.
that.
He
'Cause
need a
if
little help, coach.
If a guy's
Massage him
6'4"
on the shoulders.
If a guy's 6'4" on skates,
Don't even go
playing
there.
hockey,
Don't even go
I
there.
think that's relatively athletic.
I agree.
I ain't saying it ain't athletic.
Okay,
Listen,
Coach.
man, it was a time. An athlete, and this is what the definition used to be. An athlete was somebody that can go out and play sports, and you didn't have to be great at anything, but you was good at everything.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And you can maneuver your way whether you played it or not. Whether you played it or not. An athlete, back in the day, I don't know what, they got a whole different, you might not even been a baseball player, but you can go and play baseball and be effective.
Right.
You can go and play hockey. I ain't skated in my life, but I promise you, in my prime, you give me
Some skates.
some skates, you give me a little time to adjust,
Little pop.
and I will be effective.
Yes, sir.
I didn't say I'd be the greatest.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be effective. Somebody asked me one time, they were like, when you played, were you good at it? I said, I wasn't great at anything, because if I was, I'd have been a pro.
Right.
But I was good at everything.
Yeah.
And I used to always have this saying, teach me the rules, and I'll compete with you. I don't care how good you are. Teach me the rules, and I'll compete with you. So back in the day, that was an athlete. Now, they making an athlete, oh, he can jump 12 feet in the air. That's not an athlete. That means you're athletic.
You're athletic.
But can you
What does
do
that
it?
just mean he can jump really high?
Well, see, but here's,
You're athletic
but here's
and
the
you can jump
intangibles.
high.
Here's the
Okay, I'm
intangibles
with
of
you.
it. Most guys that can jump high can run fast. So you're going to tie those two.
when I was
To
in
quote
eighth
Charles
grade-
Barkley,
when I was in
a
eighth-
deer can run fast and
Right.
jump high. Does that make him an athlete in a sport?
So
Right.
Reed, when I was in the 8th grade, I could dunk a basketball at 5'11".
Yeah.
Did you think I was athletic? Because I had the slowest feet ever.
Right, but again, athletic and slow feet doesn't make you an athlete.
Well, you just said like most people that can
No,
jump
I said-
high can run fast.
But dunking a basketball at 10 feet with a 6-foot wingspan at 5'11" doesn't make you an athlete. Stop it.
No.
You're tripping. Stop it, okay?
So sitting up here, when Jones was talking, I literally just realized, oh, Jones was an athlete. Mario was an athlete. I was not an athlete. Because what else could I play? I couldn't play baseball.
So when you look
You know what I'm
at
saying? Like I played football and basketball.
It was nothing I couldn't play.
and
Now,
and
it
rightfully
was,
so,
It was
and I
people that was better,
right.
but I can compete with them. I'm gonna take them to the limit, but that's what they do.
But it comes down to, now we've touched on in previous episodes about specialization of this, that, and other. And it's not knocking out, like you touched on, and remember that you remember the dunk contest that we had,
The Foot
the Foot Locker dunk contest
Foot
where you
Locker
had a guy
Slam
like
Fest.
Barry Sanders, Deion
Ken
Sanders,
Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr.,
You just touched on not Mike Powell, but the other one, Mike Conley.
Mike Conley
He would
dunking
be in it all the
in a
time.
dunk contest, and they wasn't basketball players.
Right. Yeah.
So it was more people that were playing a multitude of sports, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Now guys are more specialized, but we know that LeBron could be a very good football player.
Yes. Let me take you somewhere. Give you a little story. University of Florida. When we go in class, I wasn't playing ball. That was done. My wife and Dylan school. We married. It's time to grind. Go to class. Go to work. So I go down to Florida gym. Get on a little team we call the Smurfs. We running the campus. We win everything on the campus champions, all of that. Just something to do to keep me going because I love ball. Mm-hmm. Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest running backs probably ever, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yardage wise, yes.
Okay. Emmitt Smith is the worst fucking basketball player I've ever seen.
I can see
Bad feet, can't dribble, can't do nothing. And I'm saying this because anybody can say what they want. I played against him. I watched him in there. I ain't saying he wasn't a great running back. I ain't saying he didn't have great balance. He was a great football player. A great athlete, he was not.
It didn't translate over.
It didn't translate.
It didn't translate. He was not a great athlete.
Right.
He was a great football player. Because I watched him and I was shocked because he was so good in college at football, and I was like, oh, he couldn't play basketball a lick. So to me, when you can dabble in any sport and be efficient and be productive, you're a great athlete.
Well, part of the transition that we now have seen when everybody put the label on an athlete, take basketball for example. When you have to run that fast, jump that high, move that quick while dribbling a basketball, you are pretty darn athletic.
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
So because
And I like how you put it.
right, because there's so many, you have three planes of the body, sagittal, frontal, you know what I mean, transverse. You're doing so many things, but now you're doing it with dribbling a basketball. It's one thing to be running straight ahead.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now being able to dribble, now hand-eye coordination becoming, reading reaction, you know what I mean, spatial awareness, so many different things. So that's why we hear the athletic prowess happen so much in regards to the game of basketball.
Yeah.
You know?
And
And rightfully so, deservedly
Yes.
so.
It
Yeah.
cover. Now let me hit you with one more. And me and you kind of had this discussion texting today and all that. Some of the greatest athletes was track and field.
No doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Russell was a great track and field. Wilt Chamberlain was a great track and field.
I don't think Carl Lewis can hoop though.
No,
No, Carlos
no. I ain't
but-
saying that,
but-
but
I
I'm
know what you
saying
said.
some of
Yeah,
the great
but,
ones.
But when you look at, you know what I mean, somebody.
Jackie
the
Robinson was a
cap-
track and field.
What it was, the-
People don't know that.
I think he
The
played
Kaplan.
baseball. I think he played football,
Baseball, basketball,
at UCLA.
all of it, and was
Jackie Robinson did.
Yes.
high level, all of them. If not all American, I ain't for sure.
I
should have got
But
my
you know
facts.
we'll get. Oh, that opportunity is not the same as it is today as it was yesterday.
Yes, it is.
Or whatever the
They
case may be.
specializing now.
Like, but it is a specialization. But we also know the physical prowess of an athlete today, which makes it more of a like. Can you really say? I mean, I think arguably for me, when you look at somebody like Wilt Chamberlain,
Right.
I don't think there's a greater athlete. Personally,
It's hard.
like
Unless you
to
can
run at 7 foot. What he was, I don't know how big.
7
What,
foot
290,
ran
280,
the 400.
400 meter, 400 meters.
Allegedly,
High jump.
I heard he could palm a bowling ball.
Like, are you kidding me?
So
You kidding me?
the strength.
So
Somebody called him the world's most athletic giant ever. That's what he was.
now, but then you look at a guy like Shaq. You look at a guy like the Golden Child and LeBron. Then you look at a guy like Michael Jordan. And you look at like athletically, like LeBron's size to move and the gracefulness and the balance
And we're assuming other than he did play football.
yes,
Now we're assuming he can do the other ones. Because I'm telling you now.
I know he could.
You think he played baseball?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. There's
I don't
no
know
doubt
how we
about
would-
it.
I'm going to lean that way because he's so damn dominant in what he does do.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go way back on y'all young fellas. Jim Thorpe, Indian,
Yeah.
hell of an athlete, all time.
Native American.
Native American, okay. Politically
PC.
correct.
Or indigenous.
Gotta be
Yeah.
PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, or indigenous.
But you know what I'm saying?
Indigenous American.
But see,
Yeah.
they get forgotten in time.
Well-
and see, I hate that's. I'm gonna tell you something. I hate greatest ever. You wasn't around. How you know? Now we can go read some stuff.
But it's only
we can
for
have
this
a peek.
coach. But it's only for the sake of shock value.
That's
they have
all.
to. We have to anoint somebody that's great.
No, we don't.
They have to, no, I'm saying that in order to. We really don't.
really
because
don't have to.
there's errors of certain things. So it's like, but what happens? We have to create it, make it a perfect world or situational.
Right.
If you put this person here, would they do this? So the point that I made is to say, okay, when we talk about athlete versus being athletic, yesterday versus today, why does the long jump record in 1991 by Mike Powell still stands? Why?
Because it's better athletes now, supposedly.
Supposedly. But why does that
Somebody
still
should
stand?
have probably broken that record a while ago.
But somebody will tell you because
But
they
it
don't
hasn't
concentrate
been.
on track and field and all that.
I didn't
But why
know
don't
that,
you?
but that's pretty amazing.
The women's long jump record happened in 1988. That hasn't been broken yet.
I didn't know that.
It's still around.
Now, and we talking about run as fast as you can, jump as high as you can, land, and break the record. That's athletic.
Yeah, that's super athletic.
So now, and we're not talking about scoring. We're talking about just athletic. Nobody moves and jumps and this, that, but we're talking about athleticism. And when it comes down to the day, now, I don't ever want to make excuses about where it's at today. The science have provided certain things, the level of training.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? The guys are bigger, stronger, faster.
Okay. Now,
BFS
having
base.
said that, why haven't those records been broken then?
Well, the only record, but see,
I'm saying,
but
like-
then you have an argument with a guy like Usain Bolt. You ever seen a sprinter that tall?
No.
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 I tell
And
you,
he
well,
destroyed the
they
records.
used to be tall like that. Not as tall as him,
Yeah,
Right.
but he's
they used to
6'4".
be. No, ain't nobody been that tall.
Like, and running that fast,
They
that's not
used to
supposed
be.
to happen.
They used to be taller. It went from taller to the little short struck dudes and running fast,
Right.
and now it's kind of graduating back up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was there one time, but nobody's seen nothing
And then
like that.
anatomically, as human beings, we're not even supposed to be running. So to be running 40 miles per hour.
Explain that to the audience, because I don't think they know what you mean.
So anatomically, when you're talking about running, the fastest animal in the world is a what?
Cheetah.
A cheetah. They have how many legs?
4.
4. So a human being, because of the way our body is structured, our lumbars, our alignment of our body, we're not supposed to be able to run fast. It's not healthy for you to do that. But because we broke the mold with science, with training and all of that, we're not like we running 35 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. A human being generating that type of force.
It's only gonna go higher too.
Oh, it's only definitely gonna go higher. So when we look at athletic and the athletes from when we mentioned your Jim Browns, we mentioned, you know what I mean, your Wilt Chamberlains, we look at, you know, all the guys from the then. Now look at, you know, what's going on now. Have we ever seen a guy jump as high as Vince Carter?
I think so.
Maybe Danny Green.
I think so. They weren't measuring it, bro. They weren't measuring it.
It wasn't, and it's just for the sake of the argument.
Jones would know some older guys.
But you forgot you got your guy that
Doc,
played in Cincinnati.
Doc,
that jumped
Levitt.
Not Melvin Levitt. White that jumped for the free throw line with the two hands.
White.
Doc,
Yeah.
David Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you honestly think Doc Rivers jumped?
Not Doc Rivers.
Dr. J.
I mean, Dr.
J.
J jumped as high as Vince Carter?
Yes, sir. Listen, fellas.
Saw some guys.
Listen.
Coach.
Listen. Doc was in the ABA. Bro, Doc was averaging about 34, 35 a game. Look it up.
Doc's still dunk right now at 70.
Doc brought his game down.
Dunk at 70.
Doc brought his game down to fit with the Sixers. I promise you now. George Gervin
Let's
was
not
talking about
disrespect
Doc.
Michael Wilson on jumping.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got the world record on
I've
jumping.
never seen anybody jump.
There's nobody jumping like Michael Wilson.
I'm gonna tell you who he was.
If you don't know who Michael Wilson is, look him up.
When
Played at the University of Memphis.
Yeah, when Arkansas and Memphis used to be going back and forth. The guy that got killed by his wife, what was my boy name? Lorenzen Wright.
Lorenzen Wright, yeah, Lorenzen Wright.
They had a little guard. They had this dude, Michael Wilson. All he could do was jump.
There's no doubt you got to do. Bro.
He was a bigger
Hold
guy.
on,
Hold on.
Athlete coach.
Hold on. Listen.
versus athlete.
Listen.
He was a bigger guy.
I
too.
ain't talking about what you did in the hood over there after you got a bag of skins. I'm talking about in competition.
No, yeah, right.
I'm talking about bringing out in competition and you rising to the. Man, bro, I could go find some jokers on the playground that probably could take Mike.
But
listen, they wasn't in competition.
One of my teammates told me a dude from Gainesville in your queue played at Buchholz High School.
Yes,
He
sir.
always had these stories, and then guys would come down and tell me the same stories. But there was a guy in their neighborhood, forget his name, but he's telling me the story all the time about how high this guy jumped. He was like freaky. And he was so strong, they say he would dunk cinder blocks.
Let me guess. His name, his
dumping-
nickname was
dumping
what,
cinder-
Elevator or something?
Like he's dunking cinder blocks. So we know in the water, DNA, whatever it may be. But when it comes down to it, but let's break down the dynamics of saying, okay, 1990 to 2020 versus 1989 to 1960. I mean, track and field, golf, baseball, football, basketball, and everything.
I can sum that up easily. When Vince Carter was doing the windmill dunk in 1994, there was him. We had seen that with Dominique before.
Okay.
Now there's 7 guys on every NBA bench that can do that and have been doing that since high school.
Bruh.
Okay.
Like literally.
Now, but we
Listen.
know guys ain't taking off like them jokers took off then though. Like you don't see a number of dunks being taken like consistently.
These
Like,
guys now?
No. There's nobody in the NBA that's dunked the basketball like Vince Carter in game.
Oh, not in game.
In game.
No.
Okay.
But all his dunk contest stuff, them dudes that don't even play can do that stuff, Reed.
Oh yeah.
I promise you they can.
Yeah. But
it's not a big deal no more.
because you got a guy like Zach LaVine, you got the Golden Child,
What's
you got
the kid that played Terrence Ross?
yeah, he gets up.
Bro, y'all ever seen some of these dudes that do these dunk contests that they travel around the world and do? Y'all see some of the dunks they do?
Yeah.
They do dunks these other dudes can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a dude, he rocking and get over the rim and punch the ball in.
The light skinned dude, a Frenchman or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, I saw him.
Dupree,
So-
Guy
so-
Dupree or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we gonna take away? Are we gonna mismanage? Okay, we know there's a collective number of guys in the league that can do a lot of graceful and beautiful things. I'm sure there's more guys in the NBA that got 38-inch plus verticals than we ever seen.
Yeah, I go with that.
Easily.
But again, that doesn't still take away from, okay, who's performed, executed,
Right.
You know what I mean? And maximize at a high level
I get
with
it.
their
That's
athleticism.
That's
Listen,
something different.
I'm gonna tell you
That's something different.
I got a homeboy. The two greatest athletes I ever seen with my own eyes. Partner that played for me, Terrell Akins,
Okay.
run a 4.340, run a 10-something hundred. Still got the high jump record at TC when we was at 6'11". He one of the greatest athletes I ever seen with my own eyes. And then my nephew, Roger Harrison.
Yeah.
I watch him jump 23, 24 feet, land in the pit, run over to the high jump, and then jump 6'7". Land, get up, run over there because they call his name and jump in one motion. So them two are the best athletes I've seen with my own eyes.
Yeah.
So now, they ain't the only ones. It ain't a lot out there, but they ain't the only ones. You know, so when you see somebody in person, and I've been watching a long time, fellas, I ain't so quick to just jump, oh my God, look at that. Just like when you see a dunk in the game, I sit and I watch it, boom. And everybody like, oh, they running out the gym. You seen that? Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God. I'm like,
But but coach, the dramatics are it's just
You talking about the groups?
the groups.
No, the group, the dramatic.
No, I ain't talking about the group dramatics.
Jones, you know the dramatic. Oh.
We talk about the dramatics of just human beings like they've never
talking
seen
about-
something before.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I thought, okay. The dramatic, okay.
But the antics, the dramaticism, of things like you just seen. Yes,
so
sir.
now are we mixing dramaticism in and taking these dudes to where them other dudes were? Now I know I'm the old head, so listen.
So, coach,
I can only go by what I saw personally.
I'm
fellas.
born in the late 70s. You born in the early 70s.
Except I'm right
Nah,
in the
don't go there, but I'm way further than
Okay,
you.
so
Yeah,
you
I'm
ready?
right
Okay,
in the
hold on. I'm making a point, coach. Hear me out. So you have a century of sports experience on this panel, right?
Without a doubt.
So
I'm in the 60s, bro.
Yeah. So what have you seen today that we didn't see yesterday? Now I can tell you what I've seen. Like I haven't seen a number of guys size, weight, girth, height, speed, and the volume that they're doing it. I've never seen that.
I agree with you.
I've never seen that.
Here's my problem with all that. I agree 100%. I haven't seen it. You've heard me say this before. Build a resume, bro. Don't make one play.
Yeah.
Don't come show me one highlight. Build a resume. You know one of the best dunks I ever seen? First of all, Vince Carter jumping over the dude is the best I ever seen.
Oh my God.
Never seen nothing like that in my life. And the dude was 7 foot.
Coach, we might not ever see that again.
No. And it was a clearance. Clear clearance now. It wasn't, you know what I'm
we
saying?
might not see that again, coach.
But I watched Tom Chambers put I watched Tom Chambers,
I
a
seen
white
that.
dude, put his knee in a dude's throat
I seen that.
and climb. And that was pretty impressive. And that was in game.
Yes.
But now, Vince Carter I ain't seen nothing like that.
Yeah, that's different. But also, and then let's look at the physical attributes of today's athlete. The
There you
physical
go.
athletes, the attributes. You have a guy like Kevin Durant who's 6'10",
7 feet tall.
7 feet, 7'5" wingspan, right? Now, that's just physical, okay?
Yes.
Now, when you're talking about moving, and again, say what you want, but he won't get the credit in regards to his balance, his proprioception. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause that's where the game at.
That's where the game at.
Yes, sir.
But it's like, okay, it's transition to change to this. So like I said, we can look at the transitional phase in all sports. Like, okay, triple jump, long jump, you know what I mean? Decathlon.
He couldn't do it.
Like all right, but all of it, but it's like, okay,
You saying Kevin Durant?
He couldn't do
but
it.
what exercise or what event would be considered as you are the most athletic?
I don't even
Track and field is a good barometer. I'm telling you.
Do you remember the Dan? Was it Dan and
know. Dan and Dan.
Dan
Dan and Dan?
Dan and Dave.
Right?
Dan and Dave.
Dan and Dave.
One of them ain't even qualified for the
No,
Olympics.
they
Right,
ain't.
They had the big rebound
Listen,
man.
you know what they say about
big
you know what they say about
motion.
pressure.
Bust
They
pipes.
said bust pipes.
There
They
you
didn't
go.
make diamonds.
Or make diamonds.
There you go, but it bust pipes on one of
They
them.
busting pipes.
Yeah.
But when you think about
Which gonna lead me to I never forget.
okay, we got something. He already done thought about it. He already done thought about
Yeah,
it.
y'all
So,
gonna take me
wait,
there.
I'm gonna veer off just a little bit.
Don't veer off too much.
Am I romanticizing yesterday's athlete?
Yes.
Or is it me, like I see a receiver or a running back, 2 carries, he tapping his helmet?
Again.
Am I imagining that?
Again. You right, but it's where you came from.
But I gotta say it though, fellas. Yes, in the 60s and the 70s, come on, man. Food. There wasn't no supplements. It's so many dynamics that you don't have.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
These guys supposed to have the food, the training, and the supplement. I see top backs and receivers get the ball 3 straight times. They coming out for a breather.
And make it soft.
One game I will never forget. Your Gators, Steve Spurrier. It was a mud game. I'll never forget. He had 41 carries for 176 in the mud. Never forget it. They were just turning, handing it to E-Rat 4 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, 6 yards. He couldn't have been asking out of the game too much because he had 41 carries. I see a guy now, a Dalvin Cook or somebody, they get 3-4 carries, they look exhausted.
You know what the word is? Specialists. And they've been made specialists from day one. Yep. They're exceptional athletes. They've been used and they've been made specialists because the word is don't burn them out. That's what they do best. Instead of trying to improve upon that and make them more.
Like you said veering left. I never wanted to get but I got to speak on it.
Yeah.
You just triggered for me. I remember when I first heard minute restriction, right?
Oof.
And
I hate it.
I remember I really lose my head in regards to certain things, but I'm like, minute restrictions? Now,
you mean like not coming back off an injury, just regular?
No. Just guys that saying, "Oh, I played 3 games in a row. I can't play tomorrow." When I heard that, I was like,
"This is about to start a very lively debate." But go ahead.
But I won't divulge too deep in it. But when I heard it, I'm like, okay, are these guys playing a lot of minutes and a lot of games? Okay, I understand it. Okay, but yesterday's athlete played a lot of them too. But at the same time, there was no cryotherapy. There was no ice baths. We didn't have the research on tomatoes to reduce inflammation in the body.
Yeah,
we didn't have research on.
That's why Charles Barkley's walking around with a fake hip. That's why Kevin McHale.
70% of athletes have.
That's why Kevin McHale has a foot that has to be addressed. Even Larry Bird has said something about his foot being so messed up publicly. So I'm in favor. I do like the minute restrictions.
No. I'm
based
not,
on all the old guys that I see.
No, but what I'm saying
I like it.
I'm not. For me, when I say I lost it, I'm like, okay. If it's going to be that, I understand that preserving the athletes allow their careers to be longer. Guys are playing 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying from that standpoint. The best acceptability sometimes is availability. Right. At the end of the day, that speaks volumes. What LeBron has done in his career, for example, and I've referenced him a lot. It's unbelievable.
Right. You gotta give you
so. But at the same time, it's like you don't have to speak on that in regards to like
what year
okay,
is this for
and
LeBron?
he don't sit down.
What year is this for LeBron?
18.
So didn't Mike do some minute restrictions when he took a year and a half off? Because Mike retired 3 different times.
Oh, here we go. There's
no way.
Mike was 39, 38.
He did?
Mike retired 3 different times.
No. Athlete versus athlete.
Is that not?
Wait a minute. Not the GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT retired 3 times?
The Billy GOAT.
So if LeBron was to retire one time, he quit, didn't it?
So Mike retired after they won the first 3.
He retired twice. Stop it.
Hold on. Mike retired after they won the first 3, correct?
He's been saying 3 for the last 4 episodes.
Mike retired after they won it in 98.
Hold on. We had 2.
Was that the last time we saw Mike play in 98?
No, he played for the Wizards.
No. He didn't play for the Wizards in 98. He played for the Bulls. Phil didn't come back. When was the next time we saw Mike play?
When he played for the Wizards as a GM.
What year was that?
2001? 2000?
Oh!
So how did that end?
Hold on. I heard somebody in the room say that don't
count.
Uh-oh. He played it, right? Do they count
the
points from that year?
Does he still play for the Wizards now?
When he had the block on Ron Mercerly.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Does he still play?
He was 39.
That was
Hold on.
nice.
He was 39. Does he still play for the Wizards now?
No, he owned the
So
ball.
he had to retire at some point.
Uh-oh.
He had to retire 3rd time.
So that you up to 3 now.
I thought I said he retired 3 times.
You did.
I thought it was 2.
But that don't count. You know what the years that count with Mike? And
91, 92, 93.
That's y'all thing.
96, 97, 98. That's the only thing that counts.
If we're going to talk about if we're going to talk about MJ, is MJ not one of the greatest athletes of all time?
Now, start right there. Listen, he was cold.
I don't think he's one of the greatest athletes.
I don't know about athlete, but he was a cold-ass basketball player.
Just answer
of all time?
No. Okay, so now, great. I'm glad you said that because I'm glad I had to ask the question. So, top 5 athletes of all time. Coach, I'm going with you first. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time to think about it.
I got mine.
Jim Thorpe.
Jim Thorpe.
Native American.
Pull out your little, go on Google, because I know there's ain't no. I was gonna say pull out your thesaurus, your encyclopedia. They don't do that no more.
Coach, they ain't doing that, Coach.
No, they ain't doing
They
that.
pulling out a
no more.
phone that say Google
Jim
or
Thorpe.
Duck Google.
Jim
It's on the
Thorpe.
internets.
All right. Will Chamberlain. Ooh. I ain't hear you. What you say? Will Chamberlain.
Ooh.
All right. So we're gonna go on back now.
Oh, Coach.
We're gonna go on back now. I can come to today.
I'm with you.
Jackie Robinson.
Ooh.
Played all them sports. Was high level in all of them.
My top 5 gonna spin off of what we don't have.
What you got? That's 5?
He got 2 more.
That's 3.
He got 2 more.
I'm stuck because I want to give some of the young boys some credit because I don't want to be labeled an old hater. Right. So now I'm kind of getting it. I'm trying to save
Because
myself.
even if you label the old hater, let them hate. Let them hate because they need to go back. Because any kid that says you're an old hater or any human being that says, you know what happened, they don't know who Jim Thorpe is.
Yeah.
They don't know who can we quote Will Chamberlain stat line at Once Upon a Time? Did he not average 50 and 30?
Yeah.
And like, I don't care. I don't care if you're playing in the YMCA league.
But read that old stuff really doesn't count.
Let me
Okay,
mess
but
you
go
up a
ahead.
little bit. Let me mess you up a little bit. I'm gonna go back now, and I'm going to the
sarcastic,
women's
by
side. Get your phone out, Babe Zaharias.
Oh, I don't know who that is. He got me.
Babe Zaharias.
I don't know who that
And
is.
I'm
All
a
right,
historian of sports.
Played a little golf, ran some track, won a couple titles with a colostomy bag.
Oh boy,
That's impressive.
come on, Coach. Stop that, Coach.
Okay. And then let me throw a modern day dude in there. You know, and I know everybody want me to say Bo Jackson and Prime Time.
Those
and
are
all
my
of
first
that.
two.
That's my first 2.
I know, cause y'all.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to spin off you then.
Listen, cause y'all young, and it's okay.
They dominated 2 sports, Coach.
And they did, and it's okay.
Mario gets killed.
Let me give y'all-
time. They didn't dominate, but I get what you're saying.
They made money.
Let me give y'all this here.
Cold paid.
They got cold paid off 2 sports.
Now we talking about something else now.
Or something else.
But they produced. But go ahead, Coach.
They
My
did
bad. My bad,
produce.
Coach. My
'Cause
bad.
At one point, John Concat was one of the highest paid centers in the league.
Yeah,
So,
but let me give you this right here.
Travis,
And then Bo with Dion right up on him.
right.
Now, if you give me enough time, I'm gonna go back. But see, I'm gonna go back, and ain't nobody gonna want to go back there. I'm big on fellas. Listen, man, when I came to Tampa Catholic, and I wanted to play ball, and it was because of dudes that was before me, and I wanted to be better than them. You know what I mean? And now, and everybody go back and look at Kevin Knox and all that, and them young boys did their
They
thing.
laid it down.
He in the league.
Yes. So
Shout out to Kevin Knox, Tampa, Florida.
Shout out, Kevin. You gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
It was some dudes before then though that laid that thing out, but wasn't nobody watching. Wasn't no stats. Wasn't none of that. And I just don't like dragging people. Man, we standing on the shoulders of giants. That's why we look so big.
But based
right
on my experience, Coach,
Who was it? Who was you about to say?
he used Dion and Bo.
now. I said Bo was my 5th.
Yeah, but most of my experiences with a lot of the today's youth is they're confused admirers. They don't really cater to the old heads in the midst of what they've done.
Say that again. Confused what?
Admirers. That's what I call haters. They're confused admirers.
So I done gave him some name. Go ahead and Google it because I know you get your phone. You ain't finna get the thesaurus. You ain't finna get an encyclopedia and all that. So go ahead and Google it. It's all right.
I know you got exquisite
And
lists.
listen, if you're gonna make me an old hater, go ahead. I'm just telling you, man, we standing on the shoulder of giants, bro.
Exquisite list, sir.
Yeah, in no particular order. Prime Time, Bo, Randy Moss. I got to steal his Wilt Chamberlain.
So he done gave you 3 that's from 90 on.
Yeah,
When you was born, bro.
75.
You're
got
a
more?
little older than I thought. You're a little older than I thought. So I give you credit for going back to 90.
Right.
Okay.
So you gonna put the drum age in there? You gonna put the golden child in there? LeBron?
Has LeBron played anything other than basketball?
Football. All American.
That was high school. I'm talking about pro, making money.
He could have been a pro
And what was the main
first
word?
team all pro
What was the name?
receiver.
What was the name? And
know
I'm a
about that.
LeBron.
I don't know about
Listen,
that.
I'm a LeBron fan. What was the main word you said in there? Could?
Could have.
Did he do it?
Allen Iverson. Dominated 2 sports, Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball. What?
that wasn't
Did he
him.
get paid
That
in
wasn't
football?
him. He didn't. He
He got paid in hoops.
He won Mr. Football and Mr. Basketball in Virginia. Ronald Curry was the first to do it. Ronald Curry, that one AI.
Athletic. No,
Hold
I'm not
on,
saying
hold
the
on
first to
now.
do it. I'm saying he did it.
Who?
No, he didn't do it.
Hold on, who?
Ronald Curry
Curry.
played in North
Y'all
Carolina.
need to look that up. I know who he is.
Played in North Carolina.
We forget all the people before, man. We standing on shoulders of giants.
But here's the thing. Here's what we got to keep in mind.
Vince would be my 5. Vince would be 5.
Vince who?
Vince Carter.
Vince would be my 5th.
Greatest athlete of all time?
Yeah, we're top 5. Top 5.
Played volleyball in high school.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Did you make that up?
No, he played volleyball in high school. Now I don't know if he can play baseball.
Bruh, I ain't
He was
saying
a
that.
drum major.
I ain't
Drum
saying.
major.
I ain't. Listen,
Drum major.
listen. No disrespect, young fellas, and I love y'all. I look forward to this every week. This is
He
what
said Randy Moss.
this is where we start parting company, fellas.
Right.
And y'all my boys.
Yeah.
This is where we start parting, and this is where that youth show up.
Right. So
Don't get caught by the moment, fellas.
So
All
that
you know
goes
is
back-
what you was born into.
That goes back to our off-camera conversation.
Can I get my top 5 in?
With Danny Ainge being that,
Can I get mine in?
he's still a 5, Henry.
Bruce Lee,
Uh-oh.
LeBron,
Can I get some of that right now?
Yes.
Because you took that somewhere. Yeah.
Bruce Lee,
I don't know how athletic he is, but I like.
very athletic. Bruce Lee, LeBron. It ain't too many human beings on this earth, 6'8", 260 pounds, doing what he doing. Like, he throws a ball with functionality. He handles it like no way.
Yeah, but the thing.
Dion, Bo, and Wilt.
And Wilt was the farthest back you reached.
That's crazy. And but we only had 5, Coach. You got it. Listen, there's no 7 feet, 300 pounders like Shaq. Shaq was very athletic.
So now that you say Wilt, I'm thinking who in today's NBA could run the 400?
I don't think Shaq
What
can
seven
do
feet?
that.
That's what I'm saying. So
Shaq couldn't do that, bro.
But now we're throwing in some intangibles that's just not fair because guys don't do that. Like, but you're right. How many guys have the proper gait, stride length?
Specialization.
Yeah, you right, Coach. So when it comes down to it, everybody. I only name one person from because I don't think.
You think Rudy Gobert could run the 400?
Heck to the no.
No.
Giannis could.
Yes.
Giannis
could.
Now that take a little imagination, but I see where you're going.
Giannis definitely
I see
could.
where you're going.
So but again, these guys have because now the training mimics a 400 as a basketball player.
Right.
It mimics the 200. It mimics all of the things that you need to be able to do.
What did I tell you earlier? You want to start measuring, bruh. It's a reason why I come back from the old times with Greece and the Olympics. Track and field is the ultimate.
Coach,
You know why? You know why? Ain't nothing involved but your body.
that's it. Yeah. Coach, I never there is a time, for example, the one thing I would do for any college athlete or any pro athlete, there's a few events that's in track that I will always implement in regards to their physical condition. Okay?
Condition, yes, sir.
One is getting in that sand. 2 is running a 220. The other one's running a 400. If I can get on the track, we're going to do this. Now, let's see what you do. You're going to have 8 400s in this amount of time.
Right.
So now I know your condition level because, and it's sad, but it's fair, but probably 80% of them fail when it comes down to running a one-lapper.
I promise you they fail.
I promise you they fail.
Yeah.
But it's because it's like being able
all
to
of
stride
them-
it out at
Look
that
here,
length.
all of them ain't no quarter horse.
No.
There's only one quarter horse.
With the quarter horse.
Tommy Jones.
Yes, sir.
Tommy Jones.
I needed that ambulance.
Afterwards.
So as athlete versus athletic, we mentioned a lot of guys. We probably for a lot of
It's a lot left off.
Forgot a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Dak mentioned Ronald Curry, which for me, but again, we didn't get into any women. You know what I'm saying?
I
With the
did.
Jacket Jonah
Oh, I
Kersey's
did.
and the
I did.
you know,
Flo Jo.
And she
Flo
was the
Jo's.
next woman.
Yeah. What's the girl played in North Carolina?
Marion Jones.
Marion Jones. You know, different women that also did it at
But
a very
when
high
you
level.
start talking about greatest athletes, they never mention them.
No. But they should. I rightfully I think they should because it. You know what? Because a lot of times because of the economic value of a woman versus a man, they don't get mentioned.
All right,
because
stop.
Hold on, Coach. I got one point I want to make.
Yes.
It kind of goes back to something we said off air when everybody mentioned the GOAT. So congratulations to the Tampa Bay Bucks for winning the Super Bowl.
Yes, forgot that for sure.
Tampa Bay Bucks 813 winning
Yes,
the Super
sir.
Bowl.
Represented
right in the Tampa
well,
Bay area.
more than well,
You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to all those guys winning the Super Bowl. But when you start to say this GOAT talk amongst Tom Brady, something I mentioned, and I didn't even know it became this whole big ticket. When people mention the greatest athlete of all time or the greatest sports, whatever you want to say, professional of all time, Tom Brady is now mentioned.
No, sir.
But how do we forget about Serena Williams? How in the heck do we forget about Serena Williams?
Yeah.
Who is 39 years old, still competing and playing, is a woman with a child, has more majors than any other. Well, she's trying to get
Still a draw
24.
economically.
Still a draw economically. But her level of dominance for 21 years.
Never seen it.
Like, you kidding me?
Never seen it.
So it's a lot of things that we will get into that we'll never forget. I think at the end of the day, when we look at
I do think she's athletic enough to play other sports and look well, like Jones said.
I agree.
Like, she'll probably look decent on a basketball court.
Yeah.
She'll probably look decent on a softball field. She could probably pick them up and put them down.
Shout out to Serena.
Yeah.
Serena. Hey, congratulations on the win that I watched earlier.
Yeah.
Keep going. Let's get number 24.
But let me also say this. Like, I'm just thinking of football players. Mario crazy. You think you think Ray Lewis could play any other sport but football?
No.
Woo!
No.
What about Ed Reed? Does he look like he could do anything else besides play football?
Ed Reed probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
One of them dudes that be on the basketball court be like, oh, I just play good defense. Be out
Good
there
D.
fouling like
Yeah,
a football player.
Pressing in the front of the
Yeah.
press.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah.
Y'all know what time it is. I'll never forget.
I never forget.
Who started off the
Go
day?
ahead, young fella. I want you to go ahead.
No,
you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, I want you to go ahead.
Man, I never forget. Boy, they say pressure
Bust pipes.
or
Make diamonds.
Already, I could tell
listen.
you.
We in Kissimmee, Florida.
Kissimmee, Florida. Kissing me. Some
Senior
people call
year.
it.
2 in the state. We going to the tournament. And a question.
Who you wanted a piece of that you would have saw the next round?
Oh, he about to
I want a
switch my
piece
whole
of
story.
I want a piece of Kissimmee. They got I think Jimmy McCrimmon.
It was somebody from down south. You said if y'all would have won, that's who y'all would have played.
Oh, Derek Harper then. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hand checker.
Yes, sir.
Man, Chucker.
So we got it going. We number 1 or 2 in the state, but we got Kissimmee, Jimmy McCrimmon. I forget the cat name. He ended up making it to the Lakers now. They had a dude named Silcott, which was the post big. My dude had muscles in his ears. I swear I looked in his ears and
Put
saw
together.
muscles. So we go down there, they rank. You know, I'm thinking, they ain't nothing.
Nothing. Boy, you ain't nothing, boy.
You ain't nothing. We
as
finna
bad
go
meat.
down there.
Sweet as bell meat.
Hey, listen, because I'm bringing, at that time, senior was a little down, so I'm bringing 17, 10, and 9.
Give me get that. Every night.
Okay?
Yeah.
We go down there, we take them, man, it's back and forth, the gym rocking. It's rocking.
Yes, sir.
I get a play, I get to the rim. Man, it's and 1. I go up, I get fouled, almost bang the thing rolled around the rim. We down 1. It's done. There's 2 seconds left. It's over. Because I'm the truth.
Talk to me.
I'm the truth.
Not Paul George.
At
You
that
the
moment,
OG truth.
I'm the truth. We get up, they put us on the line. First one, it might as well been right here in my cup.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Boom. It's tied. It's tied.
3, go live.
They called timeout.
What you doing that for?
They iced me.
They tried to.
They tried to ice me. I think they did.
Ooh.
We go to the huddle. We sitting down. I'm chilling. Everybody, you got it. You got to make it. Da, 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 da. I probably didn't need that.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
We go back.
Not right now.
I get the ball. But it ain't no.
You should have stayed out there on the free throw line. Just stood there.
That's what I should have
timeout.
did. That's what I should have did.
Just stood there.
Okay. I had a nice career now. Don't get.
Oh, we know it. We know.
Okay.
We know, coach.
I get the ball.
They don't know. We know.
This money. I'm cool. I'm good to go.
Right.
I said, is this the basket I'm looking or is this the pendulum on the clock?
It's moving.
This bitch swinging.
That boy got tight. That booty hole got tight, boy.
That bitch swinging like a pendulum.
Boy, he got tight.
So
boy.
I'm looking, I take my 2 dribbles, I look up, I'm like, That bitch swinging. So let me get myself together.
Oh, my
Because I done recovered many times. I take 2 more dribbles.
You only got 10 seconds, coach.
Yes, but that bitch still swinging. So I come to an intelligent conclusion. I'm going to shoot when that bitch get to the middle.
Oh, ain't this a video game that does this to do that? Back in like 08, the
Listen,
day went back and
this
forth.
shit turned into Papa Shot before Papa Shot.
Well, that's pressure. That's pressure. Though.
Pressure.
Bust a towel. Pressure didn't bother me.
Right.
It did then.
Ugh.
I'm trying to time it. So when it gets to the middle, I can hit it. I shoot it, I miss it, we go in overtime. I foul out in overtime. My partner Akins get in overtime, miss a jumper, foul it up, we go into double overtime. We lose the game. But I'm going to tell you something, though. Everybody talk that shit, this here, that. They got me.
They got you, yeah.
And I rose to the occasion many days.
But that day up, got you.
It got me, and I ain't got no problem saying it.
And you shouldn't, because that's we live with no regrets, and we have to be able to learn from everything
They iced
that we
me.
hit.
That bitch turned into a pendulum. And I was shooting for the middle basket.
Yeah. Well, you was boy.
Boy, you ain't nothing, boy.
You ain't not that.
Over there, what that is? Osceola County.
Osceola County.
Osceola.
Orange County.
And then we lost, and back in them days it was treacherous. They still threw shit at the bus when we lost. I never forget.
Wow.
Devin, are you going?
Yeah, so I never
Wu
forget.
Tang.
Yeah.
Wu Tang.
So I
Cash rules everything around me. Crane, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Somebody asked me when we were doing that, and I recruited a line from North.
Yeah.
They said we in out there. They were like, "What you know?" I said, "What?"
Don't do me. Don't do me like that.
Don't do the old man like
Don't do the old man like that.
Okay,
Don't
but
do
go
it.
ahead.
No,
Go
listen.
ahead.
Pops, listen to greatness.
Go ahead.
Coach, listen to greatness.
Yeah. So I never forget at Lori Park. I don't know if they still have it. This place called Safety Village.
They got it.
Oh, Safety Village.
Shrunk down. Yeah, they got it.
So my homeboy Rodney was like, "Oh, God bless." I gotta say, God bless the dead. Vidal passed. His brother Vidal. Vidal was like the first 6 foot, 200-pound safety, kind of around the county. That was like a linebacker, but he played safety. He like, they got to shoot at that Safety Village. So it was these 2 linemen from TC. It was Vidal. They were just talking about how big the kids were or whatever. So we go out there, go to the shoot. Vidal out there looking like Lou Ferrigno. Mm-hmm. Old Incredible Hulk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd love to watch that right now, by the way.
What?
We see the plant quarterback at the time, Tony Jones. Mm-hmm. See him at McDonald's or something, him and Vidal talking. Tony Jones was every bit of 6'5", about 200, 215.
Wow.
Ended up playing safety at Syracuse. He might have been closer to 6'4". Ended up playing safety at Syracuse.
So he was big time then.
Yeah. Tony, he went to Syracuse. Tony ended up playing at Syracuse. That's back when before it was the what bowl is it now? Outback. It was the Hall of Fame.
Tampa?
Hall of Fame
It
bowl.
was the Hall of Fame bowl.
It's Outback now.
Yep, it was the Hall of Fame bowl. So again, me and Rodney see them. We motivated now. We leave and we finna go to Mike Fallin Park and run hills. We super motivated. But you seen Vidal, you saw Tony. The whole time I'm running the hill, I'm like, how the hell is that a quarterback? How does he play quarterback? So we running the hill. Rodney still talking all this good stuff about we go be in high school and we go be playing football. I knew at the foot of the hill at Mike Fallin Park, my football playing days.
Set in.
Oh yeah.
So athlete versus athletic.
Boy, I told Rodney, yeah, we go all play together 1 year at Wilson. That'd be it for me. If that's what the quarterbacks look like.
That's over with.
I'm straight. I'd never forget
How
when I
big you
knew
are.
I wasn't playing no high school football. I saw Tony Jones one day.
Listen,
Never forget it.
It's so great, man, that as we continue to do this, man, our chemistry continues to, be fueled and watered, amongst these guys. And a lot of times I have in my head what I'll speak on, never forget, but Coach just literally took me back. This used to be a story that I used to have a hard time talking about. I didn't talk about it for a decade.
Let it out, bro.
And it hurt me at the
don't
time.
matter. Let
You know
it
what I'm
out.
saying? So Lato High School, who right now.
Hey, you keep that hurt in, it's just poison, bro.
Oh, no doubt. I've got it out quite a few times.
Is this a basketball store?
It's a basketball
What
store.
they call
I
y'all
love
the
your
gym?
basketball
What they call
store.
y'all the gym out there?
I mean, they call us the Falcons Nest.
Falcons Nest.
The Falcons Nest.
All right, my bad.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Get it right.
My bad.
You know what I mean? Lato High School. Right now, they seem that they be up and coming right now. But back then, Lato was the ticket. One of the bigger schools in the county.
Oh, y'all had some players coming.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, my senior year, 1996, ranked 3rd in the state. On pace to just go out and win a state championship. Won our first 10 games, lost one. We was 20 and 3 at the time. We played Chamberlain, who always played us tough throughout the season. So myself, Adrian Mosley, Miguel Moore, and Troy decided to. I had got a tattoo prior to, so everybody decided to follow Mario with getting a tattoo. So the following week, they go get a tattoo. We decided to come to shoot around 10 minutes late. My coach, Mike Baker, shout out to Mike Baker, guy from North Carolina, who was a taskmaster, zero tolerance, very, very stern and ignorant coach. Like, didn't play with us, whatever the case may be. We come to shoot around 10 minutes late before a semifinals game to play against Chamberlain, who had played us tough all season, but we had beat them twice. Well, we walk in 4 of the starting 5 walk in the shoot around late.
It's not good.
Me, Miguel,
I don't know where you going,
Adrian.
but you late.
Yeah, I'm late. I'm 10 minutes late. 10 minutes late.
You late.
You might as well
Ranked
not
3rd in the
came.
state behind the 2 Miami teams. You know what I mean? Lucas Barnes won Mr. Basketball that year, and then Udonis Haslem was with
Well, he went Indiana, Lucas Barnes, or he went to Miami?
he went to Miami.
Bruh, speaking like you put your coach in a bad spot.
So again, Now I'll be honest with you. For me in high school, I had a different level of arrogance.
You've admitted to that several times.
Yes. When you averaging 24 and 10, and you 24.5 and 10. You know what I mean?
Don't forget the .5.
0.5. Yeah.
I gotta sit up here and be subjected to this.
You know what I mean? Every night.
It's probably
You
closer,
never had to be.
probably closer to 20.
You know what?
You never had to be disappointed. When
Mark
you
it down in the book already.
You never had to be disappointed.
You
when
might have
came
to
see
add
Lato.
something, but you ain't gonna subtract.
Yeah, when you came to see Lato, you never had to be disappointed. When you come to see Mario, you're gonna get what you're looking for. Every night.
All right, finish the story.
Okay, so we walk in, we go to shoot around. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
To the- Now, I'll be honest with you. At the beginning of the season, like the 3rd game against Countryside, we missed the bus. 3 of my teammates. My coach literally set us down the whole game. We didn't
Damn,
play.
Mario, you missed the bus, bro.
Oh yeah, we missed the bus. We coach. We was on something else, man. We were
Yeah.
chasing. We was. I mean, that's just. It was my lack of leadership and immaturity that had us in those positions, and everybody followed me. At the time.
I like to hear that. Though.
You know what I'm saying? So
It's the truth because we keep it.
right, 100. We keep it 100.
Honda?
We keep it 100. So we come to shoot around late. We get ready to go. The game is at the tournament was at Hillsborough. We're playing at Hillsborough. So Coach Tibley, who would write all the names on the board, all the starting 5. You know, I rock number 20 in high school, so I don't see my number up there. Now keep in mind, being a kid from where I'm from, I literally had a lot of people don't believe me when I say it, but I had an extremely bad attitude as a kid, like unbelievably bad. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see my number up there. I love basketball. I love competing. So I didn't see my number there. I threw my mouthpiece at my coach. Like literally threw the mouthpiece.
Wow, real.
Yeah, so I threw the mouthpiece. I was like, man, what you doing? This, that, and other. So he's like, he smirks and walks off. Now, Chamberlain, who literally had our number all year, close games, 1 by 6, maybe 1 by 4.
Right.
Eugene McCaslin, look, you know what I mean? So, no, that was my senior. I'm sorry. So
Your senior year?
Yeah, Eugene was gone. So they played us tough all year. Long story short, we didn't start. So we set the whole first half. Sitting on the bench, coach talking.
You're in a hole right now.
Oh man, we down.
I know
18.
you're in a hole.
We down 18.
I knew you was in a hole.
Down 18 when I get in. Get in the 3rd quarter. He set us the whole first half. Get in the 3rd quarter. I never forget it. I had 18 in the second half. We tied the game with 3 seconds to go. Shout out to Donna, who hit the shot off the glass to go up 2. Coach, we call a timeout. Coach drew up a play, which I still don't understand to this day, because he should have got me more at half court than he had me on the full length of the court. I'm like, what is this, Coach? I'm arguing with my coach on what he drew up at the time. We lose, ranked third in the state. We beat Hillsborough twice that year. They go all the way to the state Final Four, lose to Lucas Barnes that year, which was a chance to win an opportunity to have win a state championship. But based off of not being on time, your level of ignorance, not respecting authority, all the things that I learned from that situation, they wrote up a big article about my coach, about him doing the right thing and this, that, and other. Now, me personally as a coach, because I know the landscape and the mentality of athletes has changed, I would reprimand him a little different personally. But at the same time, I get why he did what he did. And I'll never forget making that mistake and losing the possibility of winning the state championship.
I like that. I like that. I like the fact that you laid it out there. It is what it is. You know, you grow and learn.
Yeah. It used to be for a decade. It was very tough to speak
Isn't that amazing how long that hang on you though?
Oh man, I was scarred from it because I knew playing in a state tournament would have just opened up more opportunity to play at different schools and have that opportunity. So,
yes, sir.
Wanted to be able to communicate that on this platform. Keep it 100. Please subscribe, those that haven't. Don't forget to like the video. Hit that thumbs up button. It changed the algorithms and everything that we need to be able to do. Hit the like button.
Wu-Tang.
Hey. With any topics that you want to be able to hear, we're very open to speak on everything that we need to be able to do. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Remember, 99 ain't good enough. Keep it up.
100.
100.
See you.